My friends, the road to success is not paved with ease and comfort. It is carved by those who dare to do what is hard. Greatness is not given, it is earned. It belongs to those who refuse to surrender in the face of difficulty. The world does not reward wishful thinking, it rewards action. Action that is backed by willpower, by determination, by the relentless pursuit of a goal that others might deem impossible. Success is earned, not given. Many people dream of success, but few truly understand what it takes to achieve it. Success is not something handed out freely, nor is it the result of luck or coincidence. It is something that must be earned through relentless effort, unwavering dedication, and an unbreakable spirit. Those who sit back and wait for opportunities to come to them often find themselves left behind, while those who take bold action, who strive even when the path is difficult, are the ones who rise above the rest. History has shown time and time again that the most successful individuals are not necessarily the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. Instead, they are the ones who work the hardest. They wake up earlier, stay up later, and push themselves beyond their limits. They refuse to settle for mediocrity and instead embrace the challenges that others shy away from. While many complain about the difficulties of life, true winners recognize that those very difficulties are what separate the ordinary from the extraordinary. Success demands sacrifice. It demands that you put in the time and effort when others are resting. It requires you to invest in yourself, to study, to train, and to refine your skills every single day. There is no room for complacency. Those who believe they can achieve greatness without putting in the work will find themselves stuck in the same place, wondering why success never came their way. The world does not reward laziness, nor does it pity those who refuse to give their best. There is a dangerous misconception that some people are simply destined for success. This belief is not only false, but also crippling. It convinces people that they are either born for greatness or doomed to mediocrity, and that nothing can change that. But the truth is that success is not a matter of destiny. It is a matter of discipline. It is the result of choices made every single day. Will you choose to work hard when no one is watching? Will you choose to push yourself when it would be easier to quit? These choices determine your future, not some mythical fate. Look at any self-made individual who's reached the highest levels of achievement and you will see a pattern. They did not sit around waiting for an easy way out. They took control of their own lives. They faced rejection, failure, and setbacks, but they kept moving forward. They understood that success is earned through perseverance, not handed out like a prize. It is built brick by brick through years of relentless effort. There are no shortcuts, no magic formulas, only hard work and persistence. Those who believe success should come easily are often the first to give up when they encounter obstacles. They expect results without struggle, rewards without effort. But reality does not work that way. The most accomplished individuals understand that every challenge, every hardship, every moment of discomfort is simply another step toward their ultimate goal. They embrace the process knowing that every ounce of sweat, every long hour, and every sacrifice is molding them into something greater. The road to success is filled with tests designed to separate the weak from the strong. Every time you face resistance, you have a choice, to back down or to push forward. Those who expect success to be given to them will falter at the first sign of struggle. But those who understand that success is earned will keep going, knowing that every obstacle they overcome only makes them stronger. The struggle is not a punishment. It is preparation. It is the universe's way of ensuring that only those who are truly deserving will rise to the top. So the question is not whether success is possible. The question is whether you are willing to earn it. Are you willing to put in the work when no one is watching? Are you willing to endure failure and keep going? Are you willing to sacrifice comfort for the sake of your goals? The answers to these questions will determine your future. Action is rewarded, not mere intentions. Many people have dreams, ambitions, and ideas that could change their lives, but the harsh truth is that dreams alone are worthless without action. Thinking about success will not bring success. Hoping for a better future will not make it happen. Wishing for wealth, health, or greatness does nothing unless it is followed by deliberate and consistent effort. The world does not reward those who simply think about taking action. It rewards those who act, those who move, and those who persist despite obstacles. There are countless individuals with brilliant ideas who never see them materialize because they remain trapped in a cycle of endless planning and overthinking. They wait for the right time, the perfect opportunity, or a guarantee of success before making a move. But there is no perfect time, no ideal moment when all conditions will align in their favor. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain stagnant is that the successful take action, even when they are uncertain, even when they feel unprepared. They understand that movement creates momentum and momentum creates results. One of the greatest enemies of action is fear, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of making mistakes. Many people let fear paralyze them, preventing them from ever taking the first step. But what they fail to realize is that failure is not the enemy, inaction is. Failure teaches lessons, builds resilience, and sharpens one's abilities. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow, but those who never take action deprive themselves of this crucial learning process. The real failure is never trying at all. Intentions do not build businesses. Intentions do not create strong bodies or sharp minds. Intentions do not lead to mastery. It is only through disciplined and consistent action that people achieve their goals. A person who intends to get in shape but never exercises will remain unfit. A person who intends to start a business but never takes the first step will remain stuck in the same place. A person who intends to improve their life but never commits to change will always wonder what could have been. The road to success is paved with action, not empty intentions. Every great achievement in history has been the result of action. The greatest inventions, the most successful companies, and the most successful stories of triumph all began when someone decided to act instead of just dream. They did not wait for permission. They did not wait for conditions to be perfect. They acted with what they had, where they were, and figured out the rest along the way. Action breeds confidence, while hesitation breeds doubt. The more a person hesitates, the harder it becomes to take the first step. Some people deceive themselves into thinking that preparation is the same as action. They read books, attend seminars, and gather endless information, but never apply what they learn. Knowledge without action is useless. A person can read every book on success, listen to every motivational speech, and follow every expert, but if they do not apply what they have learned, it serves no purpose. Action is the bridge between knowledge and results. Without it, knowledge remains theory, never transforming into real-world success. Another common trap is the belief that small actions do not matter. Many people think that if they cannot take massive action immediately, then their small efforts are meaningless. But success is not built in a day. It is built through small, consistent actions taken over time. The most successful individuals understand the power of momentum. A single step in the right direction leads to another and another, until one day they find themselves miles ahead of where they started. Small actions compound over time, turning ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Those who hesitate, who overthink, who wait for the right moment will always find themselves left behind. The world belongs to those who act, those who move forward despite uncertainty, those who take risks when others retreat. Life does not reward those who simply dream. It rewards those who chase their dreams with unwavering determination and relentless action. Most people avoid difficulty. The vast majority of people instinctively seek comfort and convenience, avoiding difficulty whenever possible. They prefer the path of least resistance, choosing ease over effort, relaxation over discipline, and temporary pleasure over long-term gain. This avoidance of difficulty is precisely why so few ever achieve true success. Success demands struggle, persistence, and the willingness to endure discomfort. But most people shrink away at the first sign of hardship, never realizing that the very difficulties they avoid are the ones that could transform them into something greater. Modern society has conditioned people to expect instant results with minimal effort. Quick fixes, shortcuts, and overnight success stories dominate the narratives people consume. They see the finished product, the wealthy entrepreneur, the champion athlete, the celebrated artist, but they rarely see the years of struggle, rejection, and relentless effort that went into achieving that success. Because of this, many assume that difficulty is an indicator to stop rather than a signal to push forward. They believe that if something is hard, it must not be meant for them. But the truth is, the struggle is the proving ground for those who truly want to succeed. The fear of failure is a major reason why people avoid difficulty. They do not want to look foolish, make mistakes, or face setbacks. They believe that failure is something to be ashamed of rather than an essential part of growth. But those who fear difficulty and failure remain trapped in mediocrity. They never take risks, never push beyond their comfort zones, and never experience the satisfaction of overcoming a great challenge. In contrast, those who embrace difficulty understand that every setback is an opportunity to improve, to learn, and to build the resilience necessary for long-term success. Avoiding difficulty leads to a life of unfulfilled potential. Many people go through life never knowing what they could have achieved simply because they chose comfort over challenge. They stay in jobs they dislike because finding a better one seems too hard. They settle for average health because pushing themselves in the gym requires too much effort. They abandon their dreams because the road to achieving them appears too long and uncertain. In doing so, they rob themselves of the opportunity to experience true achievement and the deep sense of fulfillment that comes from overcoming great obstacles. Difficulties are not barriers, they are gateways. They are tests designed to filter out those who lack the determination to persist. When most people encounter difficulty, they stop. But those who succeed are the ones who continue moving forward despite adversity. They recognize that struggle is not the enemy, it is the catalyst for growth. The strongest, most capable individuals are not those who had an easy path, but those who faced difficulty head-on, conquered their fears, and emerged stronger on the other side. The greatest achievers in history are those who refused to shy away from difficulty. They faced rejection, failure, and seemingly insurmountable challenges, yet they pressed on when others quit. Every major breakthrough, every innovation, every great success story is the result of someone who embraced difficulty rather than avoiding it. They understood that growth happens in discomfort, not in ease. They were willing to put in the work that others refused to do, and that is why they reached the heights that others only dream of. People who avoid difficulty often deceive themselves into thinking they are making logical decisions. They rationalize their inaction, convincing themselves that waiting for the right time or choosing an easier route is the smarter choice. But deep down, they know the truth. They are simply afraid of struggle. They know that by avoiding hard work, they are also avoiding the possibility of failure. Yet in doing so, they also forfeit the possibility of greatness. The cost of avoiding difficulty is a lifetime of regret, of wondering what could have been, if only they had the courage to face the challenge. Life will always present two paths, the easy one, which leads to mediocrity, and the hard one, which leads to greatness. Most people will choose the easy path, seeking comfort and security over growth and success. But those who truly desire to accomplish something meaningful must make a different choice. They must run toward difficulty, embrace the struggle, and trust that every ounce of effort will be repaid with strength, wisdom, and achievement. Hardship builds strength. Strength is not something you are born with, it is something you earn through struggle, perseverance, and hardship. Just as a muscle grows stronger when it is pushed beyond its limits, so too does the human spirit when it is tested by adversity. Those who avoid hardship deprive themselves of the very experiences that forge resilience, discipline, and unshakable confidence. Hardship is not a punishment. It is a teacher, a sculptor that molds individuals into the strongest versions of themselves. Many people wish for an easy life, free of challenges and obstacles. They believe that success should come without struggle, that comfort is the ideal state of being. But what they fail to realize is that comfort breeds weakness. When a person is never tested, they never grow. Without hardship, they remain stagnant, fragile, and unprepared for life's inevitable difficulties. The strongest people are not those who have had an easy journey, but those who have faced trials and emerged from them tougher, wiser, and more determined than ever. Every challenge you encounter is an opportunity to build strength. The moments when you feel like quitting, when the weight of failure seems unbearable, those are the very moments that shape you. If you can endure hardship without breaking, you will develop an inner fortitude that cannot be shaken. The pain of struggle is temporary, but the strength it gives you lasts forever. Every time you push through adversity, you become a little stronger, a little more resilient, and a little more capable of handling whatever comes next. Consider the process of forging steel. To transform raw metal into something powerful and unbreakable, it must be subjected to intense heat and pressure. Without the fire, the steel remains weak, unable to withstand the challenges it was meant to endure. The same is true for human beings. Those who have never faced hardship crumble at the first sign of struggle, while those who have been tested by adversity stand firm in the face of any storm. Hardship refines and strengthens, turning ordinary individuals into extraordinary forces of willpower and determination. Those who embrace hardship rather than running from it discover their true potential. They learn that they are far stronger than they ever imagined. With every challenge they overcome, their self-belief grows. They realize that nothing is impossible when they refuse to back down. What once seemed unbearable becomes just another obstacle to conquer. The mindset shifts from, "I hope I can get through this," to "nothing can stop me." This transformation is the essence of true strength, and it can only be achieved by facing and overcoming hardship. Some of the most successful and powerful individuals in history endured immense suffering before reaching greatness. They were not handed their achievements, they fought for them. They were knocked down repeatedly, but they refused to stay down. Their hardships were not setbacks, they were stepping stones. Every failure, every rejection, every moment of pain fueled their growth. Instead of viewing hardship as a curse, they saw it as a necessary part of the journey, a test that separated the weak from the strong. Many people try to avoid hardship by seeking comfort, but in doing so, they weaken themselves. The person who avoids challenges remains untested, fragile, and dependent on external circumstances for happiness. But the person who willingly embraces hardship gains control over their destiny. They no longer fear failure because they have experienced it and survived. They no longer fear discomfort because they have trained themselves to thrive in difficult conditions. They become unstoppable because nothing can break them anymore. Hardship is not the enemy. It is the training ground for greatness. Those who shy away from difficulty remain ordinary, while those who face it head-on become exceptional. Every struggle you endure is a chance to grow, to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever thought possible. The question is not whether you will face hardship. It is whether you will allow it to break you or build you into something greater. The easy path leads nowhere. Many people seek the path of least resistance, believing that an easy life is a successful one. They choose comfort over challenge, shortcuts over discipline, and immediate gratification over long-term rewards. But what they fail to realize is that the easy path leads nowhere. It offers no growth, no transformation, and no true fulfillment. It is a deceptive illusion that promises happiness but delivers stagnation. Those who take the easy route remain trapped in mediocrity, never realizing what they could have become if they had embraced struggle instead. Life does not reward those who avoid difficulty. The greatest achievements in history were not the result of ease, but of relentless effort, perseverance, and sacrifice. The inventors, leaders, and visionaries who changed the world did not take shortcuts. They endured failures, rejections, and countless obstacles before reaching success. The easy path is an illusion, because anything worth having requires hard work. If success were easy, everyone would have it. But most people remain stuck in average lives because they refuse to do what is hard. One of the greatest dangers of choosing the easy path is that it leads to complacency. When people settle for comfort, they stop pushing themselves. They no longer strive to improve, to grow, or to become better. They make excuses for why they cannot achieve more and convince themselves that they are content. But deep down, they know they are capable of more. They feel the weight of their unrealized potential, the silent regret of opportunities missed. Comfort may feel good in the moment, but in the long run, it becomes a prison that keeps people from greatness. Success is not built on ease. It is built on discipline, struggle, and endurance. The easy path may offer temporary pleasure, but it never leads to lasting success. Consider the person who refuses to exercise because it is too hard. At first, they enjoy the comfort of inactivity, but over time, they suffer the consequences of poor health, weakness, and a lack of energy. Meanwhile, the person who embraces the difficulty of exercise grows stronger, healthier, and more confident. The same principle applies to every area of life. Those who do what is hard reap the rewards, while those who avoid difficulty pay the price. The easy path also breeds dependency. When people refuse to challenge themselves, they become reliant on others, on circumstances, and on luck. They wait for someone else to solve their problems, for the right opportunity to fall into their laps, for life to somehow change on its own. But those who take responsibility for their success understand that they must create their own opportunities. They do not wait for an easy way. They make a way, even when the odds are against them. They refuse to be victims of circumstance, choosing instead to take control of their destiny. Every shortcut comes with a hidden cost. Those who choose ease over effort may experience temporary relief, but they sacrifice their future potential. The person who cheats on a test may pass the exam, but they remain ignorant. The entrepreneur who takes unethical shortcuts may see quick profits, but they lose trust and credibility. The individual who avoids difficult conversations may maintain temporary peace, but they create long-term problems. The easy path may seem appealing in the moment, but it always leads to long-term consequences that are far worse than the temporary struggle of doing what is right. The road to greatness is paved with obstacles, but that is precisely why so few walk it. Most people turn back at the first sign of resistance, never realizing that each challenge is an opportunity for growth. Those who choose the hard path, who embrace struggle instead of avoiding it, become the strongest, most capable versions of themselves. They develop resilience, mental toughness, and the ability to persevere in the face of adversity. The challenges that scare others become the very things that propel them forward. While the easy path may appear safe, it is actually the most dangerous route of all. It leads to a life of regret, unfulfilled dreams, and unrealized potential. Those who take it wake up one day wondering where the time went, regretting the chances they did not take, the challenges they did not embrace, and the strength they never developed. The choice is always there. One road is difficult but leads to growth, success, and fulfillment. The other is easy but leads nowhere. Discomfort is the price of progress. Nothing great is ever achieved within the walls of comfort. Growth, success, and mastery demand discomfort as their price. Those who wish to become stronger, smarter, wealthier, or more capable must first be willing to endure the discomfort that comes with progress. It is an unavoidable law of life. Just as a seed must break through the soil to become a tree, a person must break through challenges to become great. Discomfort is not an enemy. It is the very force that propels individuals toward excellence. Most people fear discomfort and seek to avoid it at all costs. They choose ease over challenge, preferring to stay in familiar environments rather than step into the unknown. They resist struggle, thinking it is a sign that something is wrong rather than an indication that they are on the right path. But avoiding discomfort does not eliminate it, it only postpones it. The person who refuses to challenge themselves today will face even greater discomfort later in the form of regret, missed opportunities, and unrealized potential. Progress demands discomfort because it forces adaptation. A body that is never pushed will never grow stronger. A mind that is never challenged will never become sharper. A life that is never tested will never develop resilience. The discomfort of pushing beyond limits, of failing and trying again, of enduring hardship, all these experiences are necessary for transformation. Without discomfort, there is no incentive to grow, no reason to improve, and no possibility of reaching new heights. Consider the athlete who wishes to build strength. If they never push their muscles beyond what is comfortable, they will never grow. Strength is built through resistance, by lifting heavier weights, enduring soreness, and persisting through fatigue. The same principle applies to every area of life. The entrepreneur who refuses to take risks, the student who avoids difficult subjects, the individual who shies away from challenges, all of them remain stagnant because they are unwilling to pay the price of discomfort. Discomfort is not a punishment, it is a signal of progress. When something feels difficult, when the mind and body resist, it is often because they are adapting to a new level of capability. Those who understand this do not run from discomfort. They embrace it. They see struggle as proof that they are moving forward. They welcome difficult situations, knowing that each one is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The greatest achievers in the world are not those who avoided discomfort, but those who leaned into it and let it shape them. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is their relationship with discomfort. The average person sees it as something to escape, while the extraordinary individual sees it as something to conquer. One person complains about the difficulty of learning a new skill, while another persists until mastery is achieved. One person gives up when faced with resistance, while another fights through it and emerges stronger. The willingness to endure discomfort is what separates the exceptional from the ordinary. Discomfort also serves as a test of commitment. Anyone can set a goal when it feels easy, but the true test comes when obstacles arise. Will you continue when progress is slow? Will you persist when every part of you wants to quit? Those who push forward despite the pain prove that they are truly dedicated. The road to success is littered with those who gave up because they were unwilling to embrace discomfort. Those who persevere through hardship earn the rewards that others never will. No one becomes great by staying comfortable. Every breakthrough, every major achievement, and every moment of true success comes from stepping into discomfort and pushing beyond it. The most accomplished individuals in any field are those who accepted that progress requires sacrifice. They did not wait for the right conditions, nor did they hope for an easier path. Instead, they embraced the struggle, endured the pain, and emerged on the other side transformed.